Hello. This video is the difference between indigo children and crystal children. I'm just talking from information I got from on the YouTube. I don't even remember any specific video, but so the concept behind indigo children and crystal children is like concept of a new kind of humanity taking over the earth. Because the earth is changing. We're going from feudalism, primitive kind of place I wouldn't want to live, where you've got different classes and wars all the time and not technology, to a technological society where you have the whole world communicating and you can travel anywhere in the world you want, and utopia. And we can see it all around us happening technologically, and it's happening quite rapidly, very rapidly. We all know that, and I think what's happening rapidly because we're getting help from outside forces, aliens, giving us technology and making us go rapidly. And the idea is we're actually going to mutate into another species, vibrate faster and go into another dimension where we can live longer and need more, less actual technology to help us survive, grow, like not have to open our bodies to fill out, like maybe even, put nanobots through our veins to clear out blockages, but actually you can do it genetically with your mind, control yourself more. And that's actually one theory why we're getting cancer more these days, is because we're actually controlling what happens with our bodies, with our minds more. And if you have any negativity in your anger in your mind, your body will feel it and then you'll die. And before, being angry and all that was just a natural part of life, and so your body couldn't tell and just kept going. So anyways, now the idea is that also that because the changes are happening so rapidly, that we're actually, this world is changing and so fast that all the people who live here, all the souls who get reincarnated here over and over and over again, not all of them are going to make it, because the difference is just so big, and it takes a long time. It takes lots of lives to raise up your mind, your frequency, or get more love in your heart and less ignorance and hatred and all that. It takes so long that there's a lot of people, and I think even most people on this planet, are just not gonna be able to reincarnate back on this planet. They're gonna have to reincarnate on another planet that's like Earth is now, and continue to live like that for a long time. But this planet, as we can see all around us, is changing. And so we're having to bring in, like, other spirits are going to move in from other planets that are more advanced, and also spirits who have lived on this planet, people who've lived on this planet forever, are going to get to go up. We're all ready to graduate to the next level together. And so that's the whole idea of the new people, are the crystal children and the indigo children. So what's the difference? Well, I think indigo children are the people who are going to bring the change. So they're people like my age, people who are older than me, probably, as old as the oldest people alive today. And then the crystal children are the ones who inherit the world, who grow up in a world that's already like that. They're the ones who grow up believing in world peace and that the aliens are here, and grow up having black friends, not being racist at all and not having any problems. And but the indigo children are the ones who grow up, who see the change, who grow up when they're kids in a world where everybody doesn't believe in aliens, and they decided that they believe the aliens are here when they're 18, and they had to, maybe they were even raised fundamentalist Christian, thinking everybody's going to hell, and then they had to change their minds when they were in their teens, or they were racist even. They had to change their mind when they were older, and so they know the difference. And I think they're called Indigo children because they're the ones who are going to are making the activating their throat chakra, I think, and the color of the throat chakra, I think, is indigo, and so they're the ones who finally go, okay, we're going to tell the truth. We're going to say what's really going on. We're going to wake up and share and what we know, and tell the other people who don't believe, or who could believe, to believe, and basically changing how we function, telling the truth. The number one problem with the world these days is that people don't tell the truth. People just lie to get whatever they want. That's why drugs like these prescription drugs would be great, for some certain crazy people, but it's running out of control because people lie about them, about their usefulness and their destructiveness, and then people lie and scientists lie, like a scientist does a test on ecstasy and lies, because saying he did it with ecstasy when he really injected rats with like rat poison, and so yeah, it was ecstasy and it burned holes in their brain. So now, people just lying to get what they want, lying about why you want to go to the rack war, all this stuff. It's basically the Indigo children are the ones who tell the truth and are straight shooters, and if you're a straight shooter, then the truth has to be revealed, and so we basically change how everything's done. And so Indigo children are really like frustrated and kind of angry, can be angry, and are warriors basically, and try to express what they believe, but then the crystal children come after, and they were actually grown like kids these days, like kids of Indigo children, little hippie kids these days, are raised since they're babies to believe that the aliens are here, and that and that everything should be legal, and that we're going to have a one world in love with no racism and any of that. And since they were raised like that since they were babies, that's just what they live, and then they see the world out there, and it doesn't, the world that's still ignorant, and they don't really even are bothered by it. They just see it and they think it's funny, and they're just like, but they're not freaked out about it or worried about it or flustered about it like an Indigo child is, because they weren't raised that way. And so they grow up, and because of that, I think they're called crystal children, because that's what their DNA was able to be crystallized DNA with higher strands. The 2 strands we have now, and then a 3rd strand, which is like half physical, half spiritual, and then some more strands, 12 strands, maybe like 7 more, and higher dimensions, and but actually rearranging the structure into a more crystalline structure, which is more making us kind of more crystal, more so we can hold more light physically. And so I think crystal children physically are going to be more, because they don't have all the pollution and also physical pollution. Growing up healthier, they're going to have more ability to see and the truth and feel and be psychic and all that stuff. So that's the difference. So I think like Indigo children would be like me, or people who are like just like like David Icke. He's kind of like angry, like but he's an Indigo because he's fighting against the But then little kids these days who are just happy, and crystal children. So their personality-wise, the crystals are just happy-go-lucky and all that. So anyways, I'm out of time.